Again, y'all. I'm getting it in tonight, huh? All right. This time it's on. We're gonna do a little bit about Diddy and see what's going on. Cause y'all already know that Cassie was not the first one or the last one that Diddy did that to. So did he do it? You know he did. Allegedly, he still maintains his innocence and all that kind of stuff, even though we have videos and all of that. Thank Cass for keeping him down in the dark times. And she said when he said that, because her and uh Red, that's what I call her because of hair, was watching it. Um, but Cassie said when they played that, well, she didn't say it, but Tiffany Red said it. When Diddy said that on stage, it made her. He was talking about the times that the dark times, like the FOs, the beatings, and all of that, and that's when she decided to sue then. Because we all was trying to figure out when did she actually decide to sue him. But it's when he said that, thanks for keeping me down in the dark times. And that he was all talking. And then the way he stared into the camera, like, like that, like a, she probably looked at it as a threat. Because when you're a victim and somebody does that to you, because well, nobody's done that to me, but I'm a survivor of R. I am that when I was 12 years old. So, yeah, I still have that I'm dealing with. But anyway, so when he said that and he just stared into the camera and put that darn love, and just stared. Like, she says she saw it as like a threat. And she thought about the FOs and what he made her do, the black eyes, just everything. And so that's when it clicked in her mind. I'm about to sue. It's time to sue him right now. Don't play with me. Don't be trying to scare me. Let me show you what that I have changed. That I have the goods now. I'm gonna get you. All right. So let's see what Howard University allegedly did and got back and got from Diddy. Let's see. And shout out to Tisa Tales, of course.
Well, baby, if you are Sean Diddy Combs, that Rolling Stone exposed Sean that lied on everything you did. But baby, one thing that I did a video on, I know the sound was off, but I did more research to bring you guys some juice. It's exposed Howard University's connection to everything Diddy was doing. Now, before you say, oh my God, Howard would never. Howard University is an esteemed university, okay? But it seems like they're now facing accusations that they were part of the cover up of what Diddy was doing for decades. And more importantly, just like Sean, just like Shine, Howard University got a payoff of $1 million. Why? Because Diddy wanted to make sure that all the things that happened on universities, incidents they had reported, people that had complained, all this stuff, to make sure it stayed quiet. You guys, this is actually groundbreaking, but it actually needs to be said, okay? If you guys don't know, I did a live where we went through the Rolling Stones article. I'll try to do a part 2 tonight if you guys want. Let me know if you want me to do a part 2, okay? The important thing about it is that they detailed the fact, and it was like by who was it? Nancy Dillon and Cheyenne. It's either Cheney or Cheyenne. Hold on, let me get this girl's name. 1 second.
Yeah, I knew she would go off again. I don't know why it goes off though. Normally it does and just clicks right back on for her, but She might be on something new. I gotta find out so I can try to.
Even the
I won't be able to
origins
get it,
of
but
his the origins
we'll go.
of his of they went back to the origins of when he was actually in Howard and when people had proof of when it wasn't just Cassie. Him being a monster had exposed himself earlier. For one, they implied that he was harassing his girlfriend, tapping the glass, forcing her to leave class. But if that wasn't enough, one night he showed up at the girls' dorm and he was screaming at the top of his lungs, demanding that she leave the dorm at that girl and come downstairs and talk to him. He was screaming, he was demanding it. Let me just read this excerpt if you haven't seen my live, because when you hear it, it's horrifying. But another thing people asked was, where was Howard? What did Howard do? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There was, for instance, they said that he was screaming at her to come down. When he came down.
Okay, y'all. I'm going to stop it right there because while she's telling the story, I don't want to stop it. So I'm going to stop it now before she tells it. That way I can let it go straight through without getting a copyright. Okay? And I hope Tisa will. I'm one of the tattletales myself, so we are okay. All right, here we go.
Down, he screamed and hollered and acted a stone fool until she came downstairs. She said that he pulled out a belt, started beating her up and down with it. She tried to fight back, but she was weak. She was crying. Girls were screaming. They were running to the door, knocking on doors, saying, he's beating her. Nobody's stopping him. Now, the thing about this is, right, it lets you know that Diddy was a monster on a few levels, okay? One, you're beating a girlfriend, right? Two, off the bat. Two, you terrorized her, right? Terrorized her, and you were cruel and vicious with it. Who beats a grown person with a belt up and down till she's black and blue and lacerated? Three, he did it publicly. It's bad enough beating somebody behind closed doors. You won it by screaming at the top of your lungs in a dorm, demanding she come down. This is a whole dorm in the Harriet Tubman quadrangle, demanding that somebody comes downstairs to face you. And people are sitting out the window scared looking. And then you publicly humiliate her, debasing her, vile, just beating her like an animal. And in front of everyone. It showed the amount of mental cruelty, manipulation, psychotic terror that he regularly inflicted on people, okay? And I remember my life being like, where was Howard University? Where were the RAs? How come the RAs didn't report it? And I know RAs are just also students too. I'm not expecting anybody to risk their life, right? But where were the RAs? Why didn't they report it? Where was campus security? How was he allowed to do this? Why wasn't he expelled? Why wasn't there discipline in action? How come nobody reported him? These are all valid questions. Well, guess what? I did a little bit of digging, and it looks like these sources can be believed, okay? People did report it. People did say something. People were afraid of him because unlike what Roundtree and Dylan found, there were other stories. There were other things that happened. It wasn't just women. It was men too. It was altercation at parties. Diddy was an egomaniac who was driven by the fact that he felt entitled to do everything he wanted to whoever was in his path. And it happened on Howard University. So apparently they're saying there are actually records of this. So where does it come into the payoff? Well, if you guys don't remember, a long time ago, Diddy got excited. And I think this was in 2022. He pledged $1 million to Howard University. He pledged $1 million, or I think it was 2021. He pledged $1 million to Howard University. The thing is, Diddy never made good on that pledge. He did it for, a lot of people cynical said he did it for publicity. He did it for hype. He did it for this. He did it for that. Interestingly enough, When Cassie sued Diddy, and she first started negotiations with him around the first quarter of 2023, we found out about it after negotiations fell apart, and Cassie actually sued him in civil court in November 2023. But it was going on in the background. I believe, if I can believe the rumors, the reason why it fell apart is Cassie wanted also a full public apology with the settlement. She wanted a full public apology. Diddy balked at it. He would never. Isn't it odd that he ended up having to apologize when he was at the bottom of his thing?
Yeah. No, half apology. That was if you. I don't even call that an apology. Y'all know what I'm doing, right? But anyway, yeah, I don't even call that an apology at all. But anyway, Cassie, she's doing her thing now, and I am so grateful. She's doing it for all of us. Thank you.
18 months, Cassie took away everything that man ever loved and cherished. Okay, so here's the thing.
Excuse me.
So that whole time in 2023, he knew what was going on with the lawsuit. He knew the type of trouble he was in. In the fall of 2023, what did he do? He gave Bad Boy artists back their publishing rights. If you don't remember, Audrey O'Day was like, don't sign it as a trick. He's tricking us out of this, that, and the third. But he gave Bad Boy back their publishing rights in exchange that they sign an NDA saying that they will never, ever, ever talk about their time at Bad Boy. At this time, Diddy didn't think that criminal was on the table because he had been getting away with criminal stuff for so long. Why would he think that? So he didn't think criminal was on the table. So he had them sign off because, you know, if NDAs, as long as it's civil, you really can't talk. It can only be criminal. Around that time, he also went to Howard University. And a year and a half later, after making that $1 million pledge, a year and a half later, he fulfilled his $1 million promise to Howard. Officials confirmed that. Again, at the 2022 BET Awards, he said he would be giving, that's the same BET Awards show where he thanked Cassie, I believe. He said that he would be giving a $1 million pledge to Howard University. A year and a half later, right, he actually gave that money. People are saying he gave that money to make sure that Howard stayed quiet about what they know about what happened with Diddy, with the women and the men in Howard. Now, maybe this is all talk. Maybe this is all rumors. But I find it odd that he decided to pay off what he, in the same BET award thing that he thanked Laura Ann Gibson, TD Jakes, Cassie, all this stuff. Hold on, let me make sure I got my years right. Hold on. I got my years right. In the same year that he thanked Cassie, Laura Ann Gibson, all these people, TD Jakes, that's the thank you that everybody said he was kind of like threatening Cassie and Laura Ann Gibson and a few other people. And the Rolling Stone article said after Cassie saw that speech, that's when, for holding him down in the dark times, love, that's when she decided to actually sue him, okay? But in that same year, at the BET Awards, he pledged $1 million to Howard. I find it odd that everybody he mentioned in that 2002 Lifetime Achievement Award had something on him. He never paid Howard until he had to tie up all the loose ends to make sure that nobody can come out and say anything about him. Again, maybe it's just talk. You settle with the Bad Boy artist. You pay up your debt to Howard that you promised. You do all the stuff in preparation that when you finally settle with Cassie, nobody else can come out the woodworks. You guys listen. This rabbit hole goes deep. I'm going down deep too. Listen, let me know if you want me to do a part on the Rolling Stone article. Maybe we can do it like tonight, or we can do it Saturday, because you know it's Saturday. Maybe you guys want some ASMR. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.
All right, y'all. Do y'all think Howard was covered up anything? Howard University? Do y'all think they helped Diddy? Because I hadn't heard anything about him acting crazy and at college. I hadn't heard anything, but I know that his mom told him he better make money. She didn't care how. Allegedly, that's what she told him. So maybe that's why he was acting like that. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna go now, and I'm gonna try to maybe find something else. It's about 1:45 on the East Coast. So let me see what's going on. Let me see what I'm gonna do. All right, y'all be safe out there tonight and tomorrow, the weekend, every day really. Love y'all. Please subscribe to my channel. I have 240 when I last looked tonight. That's been like 5 minutes ago. But I have 240 and I thank y'all for it. I love y'all and I'll talk to you later.